Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/surviving infidelity, where OP's girlfriend is confused on why she's getting kicked out. Let's begin. She cheated after 9.5 years of relationship, posted by Reddit user account2.
Walkthrough of the relationship. We've started relationship in high school when both of us were 18. Since we are both from same town, we could spend loads of time together. So, after high school we continued on unit by also going on uni in same town, but not immediately living together. Everything was totally fine, and step by step, she started to sleep over in my flat to leave her stuff at my place, and our relationship was on a new next step. So, by the end of year 6 of relationship, we decided that we want to live together, and since my flat was too small, we switched to a new one, bigger, better, and started together paying rent for it. That's the time when COVID had hit, and I'd say that was the good thing for our relationship, since we spent loads of time isolated together having fun and having upgraded our relationship. Since we were so sure in that, we decided to leave rented apartment and take a huge loan from the bank to buy our own place. So big that we could easily live there with 2 kids easily for the next 15 years. We spoke about that on multiple occasions since the loan is big and will last for 20 years, and we were sure that we will be together forever, so no prob. I took the whole loan on my name since my salary is way much bigger and since coming from more supportive family, but she was totally included in all of the stuff regarding it. From preparing that place for us, organizing it with an architect, choosing furniture, etc. But I was the one with bigger savings who were paying all of it, in the end luckily, since I now do not own anything to her financially. So, when we moved to that new apartment, tired as fuck from all of the construction workers, prepping space, etc. We decided to go to the seaside to 2 weeks to chill out, and still everything was awesome. I had no doubts in anything. Sounds like great love story so far, right? Point of doubt. So 2 months ago, I noticed different behavior by her. Like we are watching a TV series, but she keeps scrolling on phone. When I ask her something she do not remember my question. When we go out on drink or lunch or dinner, I am the one who is starting conversations on different topic. She was saying yeah, alright, that she is having tough period on her job, and that is why she is way more thinking about it. So I was like, okay, if you have some kind of mobbing or not feeling okay with that job, please switch it. We can live also without your salary for some time. Your mental health is the most important for us. And in multiple occasions through the relationship, I was the one who was extra supportive and always being there for her after her falls. But, besides that, there was even more. Even since I was not a policeman type of guy checking her privacy, phone, Instagram account, etc. I am also without the Instagram account, but normally lots of my friends do have it, and they like to share me some car pics, memes, shit posts, etc. And when I cannot open that without account, usually I'd send the link to her and take her phone just to open it. Of course, I asked before any of that approach of using her Instagram, is that fine for her to do so, and she did not have any problems with it until recently. Recently, I've noticed when I try to take her phone, she would grab it out of my hands, pretending that she has to answer on some messages from her female coworkers or to type some note for next day to not forget to do some tasks, etc. Which after some occurrences was total bullshit to me. And after a few iterations of that, I tried to check what she was actually doing and noticed that she is deleting some images from gallery before handing over phone to me. Confession. So, I've started a chat about that, and firstly she was neglecting it, but at the end she confessed that she is having some guy for 2 months straight until now, and that they have seen each other multiple times, and even she traveled to his place, 2-hour drive, to have sex with him multiple times. She was not cold while saying it, of course. She felt like she betrayed me and she couldn't stop crying. And when I ask her, okay, do you know what you are destroying with that, and do you know what you want in future, us or him, she cannot say anything. Like her mind is in a mess and she doesn't know why that happened to her and that she cannot find any mistakes in our relationship, but also that at the moment she cannot choose either of us, me or that new guy. Current status. I told her to pack her belongings and move out of the flat. She is seeing therapists to try to sort her mind out. I told her that I can give her 10 days to decide what she wants, but also that I cannot grant anything, even if her decision is that she wants our relationship. Pain. Actually, a month ago I wanted to propose her, but in the end aborted since I was not so sure in her emotions anymore, so I postponed it. I really thought that she is the person for me, and that with 9 years, I do not need to worry about being cheated, so I had full trust in her and in our future, and now all of that seems to be lost. Also, since in my time dating was like SMS and C Live, not Instagram and Tinder stuff, I am little bit out of the game of it and afraid how to get back in it. My mind is broken why that happened with us, and I am doing introspections of what I was doing wrong and what led to her insecurity which led further to cheating on me. As all of you, no sleep without medications. TLDR. After 9 years of relationship, living together for 3, buying home for us and future kids, she went into a parallel relationship. She is not sure in which relationship wants to stay, and I know that ours is totally broken now, but do not know is it worth trying to fix it, but on the other side, I am hard to accept that most probably I am alone again after 9 years. Any advice?
OP, if she didn't choose you from the very beginning, then it's not worth saving. Leave now while there is no marriage and kids involved. You're going to lose a lot more down the road when you do eventually find her cheating again. Make it clear to her that it's over and go low contact with her. Do not communicate with her about anything other than the house. I mean, come on, man. You can go through the subreddit and see hundreds, thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands wishing that they have left the first time they found out. It is never worth it to fix a relationship with a cheater. Do not simp for her, OP. Look, since the house is in your name but she lived there, I would suggest that you still consult a lawyer. Make sure that you evict her legally and that she has no legal connections to the house, just to be on the safe side. Send her a message making it clear that the relationship is in fact over, stating that any further communication will be through email. This will only be for her eviction and for her to get her belongings. After that, go no contact with her. When everything settles down, OP, see what price you can get for the house and see if there are any willing buyers out there. Get a fresh start somewhere else. It will be so much better for your mental and emotional health. And holy hell, I fucking hope you give us an update for this. Good luck, OP. And now, for today's second story. I saw her again after a few years. Holy shit. Posted by Reddit user 64557175.
My ex and I share a friend group. We met them together and have known them for years. A few people decided not to associate with her anymore after what she did to me, but most people accept her friendship still, and that's okay with me. We were together a decade and had known these people the last 4 years of that. A couple days ago my friends threw a party, and on the way, someone told me she would be there. I said that's fine, and jokingly said she'll just have to deal with how good I look. I always expect the likelihood of her being at a party with these friends, but it hasn't happened in 3 years. I was prepared for feelings and maybe some physical avoidance. I got there, was having a good time, and then saw someone I didn't recognize at all. I started walking in that direction and then it hit me. It was her plus about 60 to 80 pounds, and she was rather petite before. No fat shaming, but it was wild to not be able to recognize her. Her voice was so fucked up from cigarettes that I couldn't recognize that either. Anyway, later in the night I thought I saw her again, but it was someone else. Then I realized I just couldn't recognize her anymore, and it felt really, really good. I do look fucking awesome right now too. I cut in my first six-pack a couple years back and have put my health in a much higher priority than it used to be. I wonder if she had a hard time recognizing me. It also made me realize that the extra weight I had, about 80 to 90 pounds extra, was because I didn't care about myself when I was with her. I wondered if the weight she put on was partially from shame of what she did to me. I met her boyfriend. He came up and introduced himself to me. She didn't talk to me as I told her in a letter long ago, to pretend she doesn't know me and doesn't want to know me because I appear totally uninteresting and I'll give her the same respect. She complied and that also felt empowering. He wasn't who she cheated with and he was actually a lot like me. I hope she doesn't treat him how she treated me because he seemed like a genuinely good person. The guy she cheated with / started a relationship with was an abusive coke dealer and was an enabler during a time that she was spiraling into addiction, lying to me about it and refusing my help, which was very non-aggressive, just concerned and looking for ways I could help her. But she didn't want help, she wanted coke. Apparently, her parents had to lock him out of a family holiday dinner for hitting her. Those were always such warm bonding times for the family, it's wild to think of it getting violent. Last night I had a nightmare that I was at a small gathering and she showed up. She looked how she used to in the dream, and I used the bathroom. When I came out, everyone was gone because she had convinced them all to go to a show while I was in the bathroom. It was frustrating and I couldn't reach anyone and drove into town, finding a friend at a gas station and hanging out with him. It was pretty chill and I realized that just connecting with someone who cared about me was much more important than going out and getting crazy. I woke up feeling pretty good about it. I think my mind is telling me there was still trauma, but I am healing well. I was able to turn around the nightmare into something much better, and it seems like a reflection of my life. I'm feeling pretty good about things. Oh. And last night I had a date, the first one in over 4 years. It went really well. Keep your stick on the ice, survivors. You can make it to the next step, thriving. Just keep doing what you need to for yourself. Love yourself, build yourself, be with people who respect and love you, let the bad feels come and go, hold on to the good feels, identify not with what has happened to you, but with the way you can overcome it and create beauty from destruction. It is all there and it can be so hard to find, just look into yourself and focus on what brings you love and motivation. Sometimes it takes practice, patience, going through the motions even if you don't feel like it, and telling yourself positive things that don't feel true at times. Don't let it feel like a waste of time, fight that feeling and say, no, fuck you sad me. I'm going to force myself to have a good day. Even with clinical depression, I have been able to turn around a day, sometimes just by putting myself on a bicycle or walking out into the woods in a bad mood, not feeling like it, and coming back on a much better one. Please know you are loved, you are important, you will overcome this, you will thrive.
OP, I really love what you wrote here, and I'll probably be listening to the last few paragraphs whenever I'm feeling down. I'm really happy for you, man. You have worked really hard on yourself and have chosen some well-deserved happiness. You have such a great attitude. Look, all of us in this community are with you, bro. And as Reddit user Average Texas Guy commented, as a great man once said, my ex said she gave me the best years of her life. And after I saw a recent picture of her, yeah, I guess she was right. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.